If you're getting ready to do your holiday shopping at Sephora, Nike, or Neiman Marcus, make sure you head to Rakuten first. Rakuten helps you save big on whatever you're buying for the holidays. Getting gifts for friends and family? Get some cash back for yourself. Plus, save on festive home decor, party outfits, and that trip to see your fam. With Rakuten, you can earn cash back on top of the biggest sales of the season, so you get the most savings. And it's easy to use. Just start your shopping at Rakuten.com or use the Rakuten app, and you'll get your cash back payments through PayPal or check. Rakuten partners with over 3,700 stores. The stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Join for free at Rakuten.com and get the Rakuten app. That's Rakuten.
Wake up at Holiday Inn Express to a can't-miss breakfast that's free with every stay. Count on all the hot, fresh coffee you need and an incredible breakfast buffet that has something for everyone, like eggs, cinnamon rolls, and even hot, fresh pancakes with all the toppings you crave. Next time, do yourself a favor and stay at a Holiday Inn Express with a can't-miss breakfast that's free with every stay. So, when you wake up at Holiday Inn Express, you'll wake up happy. A part of IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Rest in peace, affordable gas prices, man.
Yeah, dude, remember way back when, if you had $20 on you, you can get half a tank?
Goodness, man. What?
Fill a tank with $20?
Yeah.
Man, I miss those days
too.
too.
A gas station with $20, get one of those extends like dick pills, a water bottle, and then the change from that with the 20 would still almost fill your gas tank.
Yeah, you could actually buy dinner too, whatever you had left over.
Yeah, like you could budget out a night out with like $60. Damn, man, that fucking sucks. That's crazy to think. Maybe that's why horror movies don't really hit the same no more. Because like I'm afraid of going out. I'm afraid of looking at the price of shit. I'm not afraid of a monster.
Yeah.
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You ain't gotta go too far to experience a horror movie. You in one. If it ain't your government trying to kill you, it's pretty much all your vices trying to kill you. If it ain't your vices trying to kill you, it's your family trying to kill you. Your family ain't trying to kill you. Your friends are trying to kill you. By the way, how you guys doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Damn. It's
You
like,
know, things like that.
I feel like I'm stuck in the Saw series, just never ending.
Yeah. I'm just stuck in that. I'm always every morning when I find something out like in the news. Every morning, just like the Saw movies, is like that spinning shot of when you realize that like all this fucked up shit you're in now is still connected to the past, and then there's still like you're still stuck in the future of it too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when he's like, "Aha, but see, you thought you were free, but you walked outside and look at the gas prices now. Where you gonna go, bitch? You got to go to work. You got to drive to L.A. Well, good luck." Like what?
It's funny you mentioned that though, because at the same time, it's kind of like, it's like Saul in your daily, but later in the night, it's like the Purge.
Yeah, because if you're walking down like Rodeo after dinner, you can get like robbed, raped, or stabbed or shot,
Or all three.
Yeah, at the same time, probably.
It's a free for all.
Oh yeah.
It's weird to think that, like, in a weird way, like the MAGA paranoid crowd was right about like the state of things in general.
Sure.
This time, like 2 years ago, whatever, right? So it's just weird to be in that parallel universe now at this point of just like everyone you ignored was correct and everyone you listened to was a fucking idiot. And then you sit back and you go, why did I ever listen to that person? Like,
because all the influence that's around them until you realize all the agenda base was like right there. I mean, if I had something that slapped up there and it said like, let's just say like I'm a professional in my field and all that stuff, you'd believe anything I tell you at that point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, before checking out my credentials and stuff and then realizing that I did tax evasion, fraud, and somehow got away with everything.
That's sick.
But the funny part about that is they're not going to hold it against me because of all the influence. Like Dr. Oz, he's good for you, right, Pennsylvania? No.
I mean, what's the option?
John Fetterman.
Who the fuck is that?
Well, you see, he was a
There we go.
That's
the point.
No. I was about to say, like, he was actually a former police officer that actually ran
the police. Remember that? Fuck the police.
Well, yeah, I know. But the funny part about that is
ACAB, bro.
Yeah, fuck the police.
Now hold
Fuck
on
the
a minute.
police.
It's not Portland.
But this is what I'm saying. Like the politics that we all bought into, now everybody looks like a hypocrite because
They all do.
Like, so now if you sit there and you say like, well, this cop is a good candidate, and you're like, well, I thought it was all fuck the police, dude. And they're like, nah, man, times have changed, man. It's different now.
Nah, see, what's funny about that is like defund the police meant about cutting back the budget a little bit, but then they didn't put that out there like anything either. They're like, fuck the police, man. We do our own law enforcement. And I'm like, good job.
Yeah.
I'm like, great job even. They ain't did shit right with that.
That's fucking
at all.
crazy.
Because, I mean, like, look, we all have had contentious relationships with the police, but there are some decent police out there. But, of course, you know, that you'll never see that on TV.
Well, here's the thing is, and to even, like, get deeper into that is, like, there are more good cops than bad ones, which is by, like, a great quotient. Like, if you add up the amount of bad things cops have done, that's like... You know when they say, like, oh, you make, like, generalizations is how, like, conspiracy theories happen, like these wild-ass generalizations. And I was talking with somebody, and I said, like, I go, one of the craziest conspiracy theories I ever heard was that every cop hates every black person.
Yeah, they went far with that one.
But that was literally, like, the talking point of 2020. And then it influenced a bunch of shit.
2020 and 2021, my brother.
And it's just crazy because it's like, you know how many cops I've ever encountered that are black or Hispanic? It's nuts. Like it's a crazy amount. I don't know.
You know, they forget about those kind of types that it doesn't really matter. Somebody could be an asshole just based on whatever side of the fence that they're on. Yeah. And then, you know, like the whole thing, well, Black Lives Matter. And I've said this before. I was like, I've even told people in my own race about that. I was like, be mindful of what the fuck you listen to and who you rally for and all this other stuff. Because there are people that have not been about the cause that could have been highly influential and are just using this as a reason about themselves. Mm-hmm. You know, much like the lady that got all that money, not on her own token, by the way, but because people were happily giving her money. And now they're mad as shit that she went out and bought that huge estate and stuff.
Yeah.
I've mentioned this before. Stop giving these motherfuckers money unless you really know where they stand, what they're all about. And even if you gave them money, it's probably not even going to be the same argument anymore.
Yeah.
And a lot of black podcasters and I were, you know, fighting each other about that. And I was like, you don't give motherfuckers money. What are you doing? And he was like, I'm doing it for the cause, Jay. I'm like, no, you're doing it for clout, jackass. I know what the hell you're doing.
It's crazy. Those same fools will be like, I'm going to give my money to this thing, and then be like, oh, them preachers in the hood, they make all that money, but they don't go to the community. Like, well, what about
hell
now?
No.
Well, and it can like, okay, and what about now? Like,
you still driving that same jalopy. He come up in here with new cars, one for his mistress and one for his wife, so his wife doesn't tell on him.
Yeah. Also, just because you tie it to the church doesn't mean you can go out and like rob liquor stores still. Like, you're not
there. It is
like it doesn't. You don't get the free license to go be a piece of shit out in the world. That's not how it works.
I mean, but then again, when you go to confessional and all that shit, but I paid tidings, man. I went to the night service, you know, little shit like that.
I went to the night
service. People are something else, man.
You know, but true story. I did like. It's like event engineering, it's like audio and picture engineering for this like one like slight mega church, right? I don't want to say the name, whatever. But
yeah, you don't have to, but I think I got an idea. Keep going.
It was predominantly a black church, right? And I remember, the fool that like hooked me up with like because they were looking for somebody to help them out with this stuff, so he had mentioned me. And he says, and this guy's like, this dude's black, by the way. So he goes, yo, man, just so you know, like. These black churches, he goes, they get kind of racist. And I thought to him, I was just like, what? And I just like laughed it off. And he goes, no, I'm for real though. Like they're not gonna like take to you immediately. And I was like, dude, watch me, right? No, and
watch this.
Yeah. Wow. I was like, my man. I was fist pumping everybody and shit. And and so like. And all it made me do was go in and like not give a fuck whatsoever right? Like to me, I don't care. And that's kind of like the ironic part too, is like you play those politics and like, look at how they're almost like nurtured. Like there are Hispanic churches that are just like that. Like, there's churches like that all over the place. There's like organizations like that all over the place, you know, like, and it was just so funny. It's just so funny to like, you have to hear that and be like, what, you know? And then yeah, it was an eye-opening thing, not like in a negative way. It was just more funny. It's just weird. And I remember this one guy's wife and these like ladies in the church talking about doing their hair and how much it cost. And this guy was like, oh man, my wife, she spent $500 on her hair this weekend. And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, yeah, she spent $500 on her hair, man. You know, so it looked good. I was like, okay. I go, is it her hair? And he just looked at me like I had asked, like, you know,
a simple question.
Yeah, like, you know, something crazy, something mad. He just looked at me like shocked, and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Is it her real hair?" And he was like, "Nah, it's like no one's ever asked him that before." And it's like he didn't want to explain it. It was so weird. Like he was like, "Nah, see, I was like, I go, it's like it's a wig, right?" I go, "We call it a wig. It's a wig, correct?" And he's like, I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm like, well, you guess, or it's a wig? I go, is it a toupee? It's not a toupee, is it?
Oh, man.
And he was like, I mean, no, she's not a man. I'm like, so it's a wig. I said, so your wife spent $500 on a wig? And he goes, yeah. I was like, tell your wife to stop doing that. I said, if you're going to sit here sweat your wife spending $500 on her hair, don't let her do it. Like, I go, it's not even her hair. In like a year, it's gonna look like a Halloween wig. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, you know, $500 for a wig. Have you seen the prices of them damn wigs nowadays? Like, shit, that's cheap compared to most.
I'm like, dog, is she getting like Cambodian children's hair or what? Like, what is it $500 for?
There's a whole racket behind that.
It's what hair?
But
unicorn hair.
It might as well be, bro.
Yeah,
but you know, the funny part about that is you setting that man up to die, because you know some of them women, especially black women, are very, very particular about that fucking wig.
And you know, it's so
fight
funny.
Tooth and nail about that fucking wig.
Yeah, and I did, because like the next weekend he didn't like he obviously got gassed up by me, but I just thought it was funny. It was like, well, Doc, don't be over here crying about it then and bitching about it. Like no, even if I was a completely different race, I wouldn't be encouraging somebody to spend $500 on a fucking wig. Are you nuts?
I mean,
get her some Rogaine, dog. Get her some Rogaine.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck is the problem here? Like, get her hair plugs. Like, damn, men do it all the time. Don't get her $500 on a wig.
You know, there's only one thing I got to say about that. We definitely back on this show, ain't we?
I'm saying, like, yo, it's Halloween season. Is it for fucking one day, or is she gonna wear it every day of the year? And he was like, oh, you know, she's gonna wear it whenever she wants to wear that color or cut. I'm like, what the fucking shit?
He's been married for a while. If the first thing that comes out of his mouth is if you ask him that question, I mean, he already know. He know.
He married somebody he didn't understand at all and was just okay with it.
Yes,
that could work too. But still, like anytime you're answering,
who like gave good head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. That's what happened.
It's got to be something.
Yeah.
We've got to be something.
Dog, I've been in like 2 of those relationships. They both ended up mad fucked up. Like, I told my lady that too. I said, I told her this story. I said, you know what's so funny? Like, I'll be on Instagram and like randomly somebody from like high school will friend me like out of nowhere, and I don't go searching for these people. You know what I mean? And so
they've come seek you out.
So like the funny thing was that like I go, every hot girl I remember from high school has like the derpiest fucking son.
Oh damn!
Mm-hmm.
I said, like, guarantee. I said, I go, even go through your friends, like the friend that you had that like guys thought was hot. If she had a son, that fool's like half gay already, or like mentally fucked up.
I believe it.
And he's like 3 years old. Mm-hmm. Swear to you.
Going right through the preliminaries, all sorts of fucked up.
They dress him like Carlton. They make him roll his R's and shit like that. They do stupid shit. They call him Apple, Skylar, Skype.
Or Aiden.
Yeah, they name him after some like ambiguous like Bible sounding name, but not really. Like, so they'll be like Josiah Mika, shit like that, and you're like, dog, what? You know, I was like, every one of those hot broads has the derpiest fucking kids.
Blossom Sky.
Yes, Apple is her name.
And it gets even funnier because they weren't that hot in the first fucking place. So you got to see the realism come into play
right.
too.
You look
like,
back
oh,
and you
shit.
realize that like life has dealt them a rough card of just thinking like being attractive was the thing. You know, like their mom even amped them up. Oh, girl, you're pretty. You're going to find yourself a man. Yeah, the wrong kind. Because I don't see no man. I don't see no fucking husband in those pictures, dog.
I see 3 kids and no man. What's up with that?
Yeah, I see 3 kids slightly named like they're from Old Testament times. Okay.
Man, she really did hit every branch all the way down and sucked a lot. Fuck that mileage.
Man. It's just like I remember being like at a pep rally or assembly or some shit in high school, and I was legitimately rooting for my friend Munir, and my friend Munir was like super awkward, probably before like it was common to call it that, but like probably on the spectrum. He was just very awkward, right? Super smart guy. I knew him since like 4th grade and shit. So we're like high school seniors. I'm like a chunky ass kid in high school, right? Right. And so like me and my friends, we're cheering the loudest for him, right? We voted for him, all that shit, class president, yada, yada, yada. The girls in front of us, the typical cheerleader hot girls are in front of us, right? And then their friends running for it, and like barely anybody cheers. And I was like, oh, good job for the 2 people that voted for her. You know? Just like making a joke to my friend Tassos. And then all of a sudden, like, next thing I know, one of them turns around, she goes, what the fuck did you just say? Like that to me. And I'm like, I said, good job for whoever voted for her. Like, what are you mad about? It wasn't enough or what? Like, I don't give a shit. And then she's like, well, you're fat. I said, well, I might be fat, but you're a slut. And that won't change. I can change being fat. and the look on her face was like, oh. And then I see this girl like 2 years after high school. Mind you, I'm no longer fat. My friend Sean, that I guess now she's dating or whatever, I meet them in like a Subway of all places, right? Not on some Jared Fogle type shit, just there to get a sandwich, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and,
sure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And I was like,
who are we the judge?
Yeah. And so he turns around, he goes, Marco, what's going on, dude? Like that. He goes, oh man, I haven't seen you so long, blah, blah. And then this broad turns around and she goes, oh my gosh, how are you?
Bitch got mileage, don't she?
Right. And she's like, you look so good. And I was like, damn, are you still a slut?
Yes.
And she was like, what? And my friend Sean starts laughing. And he's like, what, dude? Like, he doesn't even care, you know? I know my friend Sean. I've known him since 8th grade. So I know what this fool's vibe is, right? I know what time it is. And I'm like, I'm just fucking with you. I gave her a hug or whatever. And she was like, like, didn't know how to react. Like, fucking tried to insult me years ago and then be my fucking friend right now. Are you serious?
Yeah, you gotta love it when people try to pull that shit, man. Or somebody was trying to talk to me like this, like, hey Jay, it's good to see you and all after high school. And I was like, who the fuck are you? She said, I came from your graduating class. I was like, oh yeah, I don't keep up with none of you motherfuckers.
Yeah. Are you on OnlyFans now? That's what I would ask. You got OnlyFans?
How many kids you got?
How many kids?
I mean, she's doing it to make it for the ram. She's doing it to make it for the ram. Yeah. Oh man, it's hilarious. I don't keep up with nobody from high school, and I think about it. Shit, I don't even think I went to high school. Oh yeah, I did. I see. I see my diploma. Yeah, I was there. Apparently.
I'll keep in touch with like 2 people, literally 2 people, and they're like more like brothers to me. Does that make sense? Like they're not like friends and shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, it makes sense.
It's crazy. High school. Do you guys ever look back and think about how high school was just like whatever, like a whatever phase in your life?
Yeah.
And
especially when people are like, man, I miss high school. I'm like, really?
I'm like, dog, what?
I mean, I had a better time at university, man. I was like, shit, I remember everybody from there.
I don't know about that.
but
yeah, that wasn't much better.
Like I said, it's a different experience. And if I didn't get through that, I would have met you guys. So that's kind of the whole thing.
That's true. That's
so, true, you know, like for me, like it was a great time.
I think all that college did for me was affirm that the way I viewed people in high school was correct. Does that make sense?
Yeah, one of those kind of moments then.
The only thing that that like college did for me was actually me be vocal about those thoughts.
Yeah. Me and Eric would go on shit talking sessions with people a lot. And it would be like, they'd be like, oh, can you look at my script? And we would just take the moment to just like shit on people's ideas or like give notes, but like they'd be kind of funny, but more like, hey, you forgot a bunch of periods in this paragraph. What is this? You know, what are you retarded?
What is this, amateur hour?
Yeah. What are you?
Shit on my face.
Yeah, I know. Rip.
I mean, because that's what that's what they used to tell us. Like, hey, if you're not like punctuating your shit and you're not putting it correctly,
they're gonna throw it in the trash.
They're gonna throw it away. So that's what I.
So I was like,
I took
you
that
got
shit
it,
literal,
baby.
yeah.
Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like if I made a pirate movie, but everybody had a cell phone in it. You know what I mean? It's something like as dumb as that, where it's like, well, that's not right.
Anachronism stew, huh?
Yeah, and then that becomes like a big problem. You know what I mean? Over time. Like, yeah, I like that swashbuckling climax, but everyone kept pulling out their cell phones in that movie. It was kind of distracting.
Well, don't be too upset about that because the villain went to Starbucks.
Yeah. It's kind of
Hey,
weird.
isn't it weird that Nestle owns Seattle's Best now? Anyway.
No, isn't it crazy?
But-
like chocolate companies own water companies, which is what's weird.
That's true, too.
and not even
Also
putting the
Nestle.
chocolate in the water. I don't get it.
Yeah, what the fuck? Where's my chocolate flavored zero sugar water at?
I've been waiting.
I know it's gonna
Yeah,
give me,
that-
like prostate cancer, but fuck it.
I mean, you got to leave there somehow.
That's like how Coca-Cola like bought up like all this like property in like Africa, and all they sell is like soda in the vending machines, and the soda's like $1, but the bottles of water are like $4.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
That's some evil
They-
shit right there.
Yeah.
They made sure they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Especially us. You ain't got to worry about Blood Diamond. All you got to do is look at the Coca-Cola company.
Yeah, for real.
Mhm.
Everyone thought Coney was a bad guy, but I think high fructose corn syrup is the real villain here.
Mm-hmm. And then they got the nerve to tell you that the real sugar soda is coming back in every summer.
Yeah, and then they tell you to drink fucking Coke Zero, and it gives you like a headache for no reason.
Oh, wow. Maybe I should tell Al about it, but never mind. He'll be fine.
Al sounds like a diet soda connoisseur.
Oh, he loves that Coke Zero. Let's just say
Yeah.
that.
Wow. That does not surprise me.
I'd rather suck a cock than drink a diet soda. I'm telling you
Yeah.
that right now. And I'd
Yeah,
never sucked a
I'd
cock,
rather take
so-
a shot in the mouth than take a shot of Diet Coke. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather let somebody
be
put a
perfectly
finger in my
honest with you.
butthole than me drink a fucking diet soda.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, all that your alternatives, while at the same time fucked up, are very much healthier than diet soda.
Yeah.
I used to have this conversation with my mom all the time. Like, I was like, Mom, why do you have Diet Coke here? And she was like, well, it's kind of healthier. I'm like, evidently not. I told her that. I said,
Look,
don't ever drink this stuff. This is
Yeah.
terrible.
if the black water you're drinking isn't coffee, it's not good for you. It's some weird shit that they colored.
Yeah.
You know, like, damn, yo.
Not even that, but if you think about it, okay, for every diet soda you drink, at best you'd be a lot healthier drinking just one regular soda. Just one regular soda. That's
One
it.
a day. Yeah, you could have one a day. You're fine. You'll be all right.
Yeah. But if you're one of them motherfuckers that have to have it like,
Drinking like 2 fucking liters.
or you have to have it like an IV in your fucking arm and shit. Yeah, there's a problem.
Dude, I worked with my homie Ramon, and this fool would drink like Monster energy drinks all day.
Is he still living?
Yes.
How?
Yes. I don't know. I had one once. It gave me a terrible fucking headache, and it actually zapped my energy. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, let me just tell you, if you work out all the time, which in a way I know you do because you're a lot like me, the thing is that, yeah, it's not going to work for us. It'll fuck us up. You know what I mean?
It had the opposite effect. I was like, dog, I feel like I'm going to fucking throw up on this shit.
I mean, I can literally chug one of those before bed and still be all right.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you're an active person or any of that stuff, it's not going to work for you. But if you're somebody that, let's say not go to the gym and all that kind of stuff, or do any of those bodybuilding powders or whatever, it'll probably work for you, and you get that high for that moment. There's just something to it because the stuff that's in it is not fucking good for you, even though there's vitamins.
Yeah, it's like when they try to give you like Bang energy drink or like G Fuel, and they're like, it's got 0 sugar.
It's more than the fucking sugar.
Yeah, dog.
I love when people do that.
It's whatever this pink powder is you put in it. I don't know what that is. What is this shit? Confetti? What is that?
Mm-mm. Either way, it's like if it doesn't mix well with the way that your body is, you're gonna get fucked. Yeah. So it's kind of like the people that drink Mountain Dew all the time and then wonder, hey, what's wrong with my teeth?
Oh, Mountain Dew, man.
I mean, I used to like that soda growing up, but
I think
not on this level now.
As a kid, did you find yourself kind of like enjoying whatever soda was there, or were you picky as a kid with soda?
Ah, man,
I enjoyed a lot of the sodas that were out there. Maybe that's why they don't have the same thrill now, but it's like it also depends on the region where you are too, because the water's mixed differently and stuff. So it's like it's weird.
Yeah. Just don't be in Michigan because all the sodas are gonna taste bad,
Well, Michigan got problems, but the point is
they all taste bad except Faygo.
Yeah, weird.
There's no water in there,
or the lean. That's my favorite soda, the lean. Give me some of that Diamond Tap vodka and heroin in my cup, please.
Hell yeah.
They used to, but some of them heavy soda drinkers, my God, when they down that shit and all that stuff, that's like, it's hard to watch because I'm like, none of this is good for you at all.
I remember I talked to somebody who drank lean every so often, and he's like, "Oh, what's the craziest thing you drank?" I said, I really enjoy absinthe. I haven't had it in a long time. I go, well, every time I've had it, it's like really good. He goes, doesn't that shit make you fucking hallucinate? He like freaked out. And I was like, it can, I think. And he's
no
like,
different than what he's drinking, right?
Yeah, and he goes, isn't that shit fucking dangerous, dude? I'm like, dog, you're drinking some sort of like pharmacist liquid, whatever that is. Like, what are you on about right now? Like, shut up.
Because it's a different lifestyle than what he's used to. I mean, it's funny though, because like, a lot of women start talking about how Tab is good for them, and I'm like, Tab. See, and I used to work for this company, so I'm like, how the fuck do you think that? It is not good for you.
It's like
this
when
should have killed you in half a year.
What fast food franchise started advertising fourth meal? Was it Jack
Taco Bell
or Taco Bell? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shovel more food in your face, you fucking loser.
Hey man, but to be fair, when you're eating Taco Bell, like you're full for a second, and like 2 hours later,
Taco Bell's
what
like
the fuck?
Taco Bell's like if they tried to make like Mexican food feel like Chinese food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I do love their burrito. Well, let's just be honest, but. That whole fourth meal thing is like, because it's cheap, because it's cheap food, and you think that it's going to be open great even late, and you want to get that Baja Blast in you. Yeah, motherfucker, you asking to die. Go on with yourself.
Your
Go on,
ass is
damn
gonna
it.
Give you the Baja Blast after you Taco Bell, dude.
If they won't fuck you up, chances are KFC will. So I mean, it's just the way it goes.
I wish they'd sell that shit by the gallon.
The most like debilitating experience is if you go to a Del Taco and they say like, what kind of hot sauce do you want? And you have to say, you have to sit there and go, can I get some Del? Yeah. Can I get some Del Scorcho, please?
Oh, that's
damn, man. I feel like
I can't. You know what? I never ate the Del Scorcho sauce because I was afraid to fucking
the Del Scorcho. It's demeaning, dog. It's the worst.
I was like, just give me some hot sauce.
I learned just like with Starbucks, if they say what size do you want, I just still say large.
Yeah.
I'm not saying venti, dog. I'm
not doing it.
No, I've learned to respect. I learned to love myself enough, right, to know that I'm not saying venti to you, sir.
That might also be why I've never ordered like for myself at a fucking Starbucks, because I'm not doing all that.
I let
shit.
my lady do it. I go, hey, what did we get last time? And then she just says it. I'm like, oh, thank God, man. If you weren't here, I would have just skipped it. I would have gone to a fucking AM PM and got some whack ass off the shelf coffee or some shit like that.
I mean, to be fair, I totally get what you guys are saying, because when I had my ex around, she definitely had to order the damn shit from Starbucks. I was like, I am not pronouncing this shit. Fuck it. I'm too damn lazy at this point.
Yeah. And it's like the only coffee place you go to where like you can't just order a fucking coffee. It's got to have some funny ditzy ass name to it.
Some bullshit. And I'm like, can't we just go to...
It's always got to be a paragraph long. Like,
yeah. Can I get the sweet cream salted caramel macchiato frap, please? Like, oh, did you want that? Wait, hold on. You wanted the sweet cream caramello? What the fuck would I say? Macchiato frap with cream? Or did you want the creamy salted caramel? My dog. Guess. I don't know anymore. Okay. I just want to leave.
I remember, like, God, we were at that date, and she said, CJ, that's Starbucks, and I said, I'm going back to Dunkin's.
Yeah.
For real. I went right back to Dunkin's the next morning. I was like, man, this I understand.
And then it's like the reverse. Like, if you ever gone to a Cold Stone, for me, I walk into a Cold Stone, I think like, they're going to think I'm a monster in here because they're going to be like, okay, what else do you want, sir? And I'm just going to load that motherfucker up with all sorts of shit. You know, just like, I'll throw some Kit Kats, put an Oreo in it, some Skittles.
I mean, when you got the waffle bowl right there, they already knew they were in trouble.
Yeah, and they go, how big do you want that? I'm like, what's the biggest you have? I just asked, like, I don't know. Like, I've never been there before. Like, oh, you want the big ass bowl, sir? And I'm like, oh, God. Yes.
Yes, I want the big fucking bowl. What do you think? Work with me, you bastard.
I've never rented like a porn VHS from like an old porn shop VHS shop, but I feel like the way I would ever order Cold Stone would have the same level of shame attached to it.
Yeah,
you know,
it's always like that in those kind of places, isn't it? Because you can get whatever the fuck you want, but you know that the person in line is probably secretly judging you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
but you know what?
You just want to order this copy of Independence Day and Chicks with Dicks? You're like, shut
the fuck up. I don't want them to know about my fucked up life.
Yeah. You want to get this copy of Pumpkinhead and the porn parody Pumpkinhead too? Yes. Thank you.
Which, by the way, love to gut that fucking pumpkin. But moving forward.
Damn. What the
fuck? Hey, pumpkins are good to eat, man, especially when you're smashing up against them.
Oh.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Searching for the perfect gift idea for that hard-to-buy person on your list? The Allbirds Wool Runner is a natural fit. The Wool Runner is super cozy, super comfy, and super giftable. It's made with ZQ-certified merino wool, a naturally cozy material that offers next-level comfort and a lower environmental impact. The cushioned midsole and versatile design offer all-day comfort in a classic style you can wear every day, even in a winter wonderland. And its fully machine-washable construction makes it easy to keep your shoes looking like new. Allbirds shows off the Wool Runner's carbon footprint right on the shoe so you can see the difference for yourself. On top of that, they actually offset that carbon footprint to 0, making the Wool Runner completely carbon neutral, so you can stay cozy and tread lighter on the planet. This holiday season, give tidings for comfort and coziness with the Allbirds Wool Runner. Discover your perfect pair at allbirds.com. That's ALLBIRDS.com.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.